We crossed the circle to the other bank, above a spring from which boiling water poured into a gully it had made. The flow was darker than the darkest purple. The somber stream has the name of Styx, and I saw mud-spattered people in that swamp, all of them naked and with twisted faces. They struck each other not only with their hands, but with their heads, chests, and feet. I saw a little vessel coming through the water towards us, under the guidance of a single oarsman who shouted, "So you have come at last, vile soul!" "Phlegyas, Phlegyas," replied my master. "This time you shout in vain. You only have us as long as we cross the marsh," like one who learns of great treachery done to him, and bitterly resents it. So was Phlegyas in his gathered wrath. My guide stepped down into the vessel, and then he made me board after him. No sooner were my guide and I aboard, than the old prow went sawing through the waves. While we were racing through the stagnant pond, a man all full of mud rose up before me and said, "Who may you be who come before your time?" "I come but not to stay, but who are you who have become so foul?" "You see, I am the one who weeps." "Continue with your weeping and grieving, accursed soul, for dirty as you are, I recognize you." When he stretched out his hands over the boat, my ever-watchful master flung him back, saying, "Go back with the other dogs." He then intertwined his arms around my neck, kissed my face, and said, "Indignant man, blessed be the woman who gave you birth. That was an impudent person in the world. No kindness ornaments his memory." And so his soul goes on raging here. How many take themselves for great kings up there, who shall one day be mired like pigs here? Master, I would be overjoyed to watch him sink into this foul mud before we leave the lake. Before the other shore comes into view, you shall be satisfied. It is fitting you should have your wish. Presently I saw other people of the mud pounce on and tear him to pieces, for which I still thank God and praise him. "Et Filippo Argenti!" all cried out. With that, the irascible Florentine spirit turned on himself with his own teeth. There we leave him, I say no more of him. And now, my son, we approach the city with the name of Dis, with its somber citizens and great throngs. Our pilot loudly shouted at us, "Step out, here is the entrance." Above the gates I saw 1,000 of those who had once rained down from heaven. "Who is he who without death," they said angrily, "goes to the land of the dead?" With great disdain they spoke to Virgil. "You who come alone, the other who so boldly walked into this realm must leave, and by himself go back his foolish way. Let him succeed if he can, and you, who have conducted him to this dark land, stay here." Those enemies of ours closed the gates against my master. He said, sighing, "Who denied me entrance to the bleak abode? Be not dismayed because I rage. I will surmount to the test. Someone is already coming down here unescorted who will open the city for us." Then an angel came and, full of righteous scorn, yelled, "You contemptible outcasts of heaven! Why does this insolence still cling to you? Why do you stubbornly resist that will that can never be divided from its goal?" We started towards the city and entered without opposition, and I, who had a longing to explore the inside of a fortress of this kind, cast my eyes around the moment I was in. On every side I saw a great terrain, crowded with suffering and tormented guilt. The tombs made the whole place look uneven. So was it now on every side of us, except that here the purpose was more grim, for scattered flames among the sepulchres made them glow with such intensity that not a trade could ask for hotter iron. The covers of the graves were all removed, and out of them came bitter howls of pain, like those of injured and afflicted men. Master, who might these people be? Here the arch heretics are found, with their followers of every sect. The graves are more crowded than you think. Here like with like has been interred. and of the tombs some are more hot than others. My master also informed me that these tombs will remain open until the day of divine judgment. I spoke to the shade of Farinata, who informed me that he and his fellow transgressors are able to predict future events, but in turn are cursed with absolute blindness to the events of the present. On the extremity of a high cliff shaped like a circle of large broken stones, we came to a more tormented pack. And here, because of the insufferable smell which emanated from the abyss, we proceeded behind the cover of a large sepulchre, on which read the words, "I guard Anastasius the Pope, he whom Fontius lured from the righteous path." Upon entering the seventh circle, I encountered the Minotaur, from whom I was able to slip past, while he was blinded by his violent rage.